Hi Slays, what's up? Welcome to yet another video. In today's video, we are doing the best books from every month. So we're doing 12 of my favorite books from 2025. So I am so incredibly excited for this. If you cannot already tell, these are all of my physical copies of the books that I have. And so we will be getting into this shortly, do not worry. Okay, I'm flipping them over because this is the opposite of the way that it should be. Slay at it. Should I own all of these books? Yes! Do I? No! That's okay. We'll get into it anyway. This is going to be a lot like my monthly Bookish videos. If you see them every month, slay. Here they are. There's one going out next Saturday. I also, honest opinions, what do we think of my hair? Let me know in the comments. I don't love it, but I also don't hate it, so, you know. Obviously, these are my opinions. Let's keep our opinions at the door. You can obviously comment your opinions. I will obviously talk to you in the comments respectfully about your opinion, my opinion, slay. I just appreciate your views, Loki. But obviously, respect is important. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, first up, starting with January. I read The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I don't own The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, but I do own Games Untold, which is right here. This is the only book I own from the series, but I love it. Here it is. But of course, I have a picture. Probably I have a picture here. Let me show you. Maybe I have a picture. But I read The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. It was a mystery slash kind of romance, YA romance. January 27th to January 31st. It was my last book of January. I read so many books in January. Like, low-key, it was a good month for books. And I read good books in January, but I also read some bad ones. There will be a video going out, not next week, but the week after. That is the worst books I read in 2025. And that includes some of the worst books. I read it as a physical book because my teacher owns all of the books. Though I do not, obviously. And I gave it only 4 stars. And I said one word, wow. That got so many likes on my Fable low-key. But if I was gonna rate it again, like if I was gonna rate it now, I would give it like 4.5, 4.75. I love that book. And I just love all of them. I think I love the final Gambit the most, which I think segues us into February. In February, I only read 3 books, but low-key, I love them all because they were all part of the Inheritance Game series. And in February, my favorite book of February was The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, obviously. And it is a YA romance slash mystery. I read it February 5th to February 8th, and I read it as a physical book, and I gave it 4.25 stars. I need to zoom in. I guess I can't zoom in. For my extra thoughts, I said, oh my god, the ending. The reason I rated this book higher than any other book in the Inheritance Game series is because I am invested now. I am invested in this book series. I said I was invested. I need there to be a TV show. Please let me talk. Please. Okay. Thank you. The fact that there's not a TV show of the Inheritance Games is crazy to me. Like, I need there to be. I already picked up the next book because I'm so obsessed. The next book, actually, funny story. Not really that funny, but it's okay. The next book, in the Inheritance Game series was actually, I got it from the library and I was like, I hate the fact that it's hardcover. I don't really love a hardcover book. So my friend lent me her paperback one and it had extra scenes in it, which was really cool. So I read it by her, but then my aunt sent me this one. And then this has actually been given to like 45 people. Like, my friend read it. Like, this book has gone through a lot in the last couple of months. So that's so fun. In March, my favorite book of March was Check and Mate. I'm not actually sure how many books I read in March. Editing Alice helped me out. This is how many books I read in March. But Check and Mate I rated way lower than I think I should have. This is Ali Hazelwood's only YA book, and this is my petition to have her write more YA books. Can someone also comment this petition? Start a petition, people. Let's start a petition. Let's start a petition because I loved it, but I'm not going to read those like really extra spicy books. That's just me. But this is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. It's a YA romance. I read it March 25th to March 26th. I really sped through it, and I read it as an online read. This is the first book I think I read on my Kindle, which is really, really exciting. I love my Kindle so much. Where is my Kindle? This is my Kindle. If anyone has any name suggestions for my Kindle, let me know, in the comments. I love naming my inanimate objects. Like, for example, this has my favorite book of December. This is the last book I read on here was my favorite book of December, so very exciting. But not the point. I've been naming my inanimate objects more and more. My oboe's name is Edgar Allan Poe. Love my oboe. Anyway, this is the first book I read on my Kindle, which is very, very exciting. And I gave it 4.75 stars. Now let's read my extra thoughts. I have been in a bad mood the last few days. This book made me really happy. I honestly could not put this book down. Ali Hazelwood is an author I have never read before, but this made me want to follow her on Instagram. I wish we got more of Mallory and Easton's friendship, and after she came to Rome. Maybe that's a spoiler, I don't really know. Okay, I'm sorry that I keep looking down. Like, I understand that it is annoying. Like, as I watch these videos back, I understand it's annoying when I'm looking down, but I'm just trying to read, and I cannot zoom in. We zoomed in! Slay! I used to play chess, not competitively or anything, and this wanted me to get out a chessboard and play a game. I loved it. I loved it so much. The romance was just so, so cute, and my friend, she read it, and she was talking about it, and she's not a super big romance reader, but she loved it, so I was like super happy. And that shows, like, because I am a big romance reader, as you can probably tell, but she is not, and so that coming from her, that's a big thing. April got my first 5-star read. I did not rate that many books 5 stars this year, but one of that I did was Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I love John Green. I love Hank Green. I love them both. I love that YouTube channel thing they have. But I also love Pocket Friend, whatever it's called. In my November Bookish video, I'll put it here, I talked about the Pocket Friend so much. I was using it tons in November. I have not used it that much since then, but I love it. And Turtles All the Way Down is such a good book. John Green's book, The Fault in Our Stars, is one of my favorite books of all time ever. I love that book. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. It's a YA romance, but not really romance, which I don't know that is true, but whatever. I read it April 16th to April 24th, and I read it as a physical book. Where did I even get this? I think I bought it used, but I don't know where. Thrift books. We love a thrift books. And I gave it 4.25 stars. I thought I gave it 5. We're checking my Fable now. Okay, my Fable says 5 stars. This document says 4.25, but I made this document in April when I did my April wrap-up. Did I ever do an April wrap-up? No, because I did an April Bookish vlog. Now it's time for extra thoughts. This is not what I expected when I jumped into this book. I should have known I would like it because it's a John Green book, but this was very intense. I would recommend to anyone with anxiety or someone who is an anxious person a lot. This is an extreme example maybe, but someone with anxiety, some parts are very relatable. My favorite quote, and one I'll probably always forever remember, was this. Okay, I love I love this quote to this day, and that is probably why I gave this book 5 stars now that I'm thinking of it, because I just love this quote so much. Like, I relate to this quote so much. So I'm gonna say it. I'm sorry, said by Asa. You say that a lot, said by David. I feel it a lot, said by Asa. I love that quote so much. I love it. That quote gives me so much, like, I relate to it so much. I literally was called the sorry girl in 6th grade because I said sorry so much, and I do say sorry so much. Like, I'm the kind of girl who says sorry so much. I love that word, and I don't know. So I related to that so much. I do not know what I'm doing with this hair, but whatever. Next up for May, we got Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. This is actually signed by her. We love it. We love it. We love it. We love it. I read this in my school's library, which is just so much fun. I love it. Let's go. Okay. This is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. It's a romance, obviously. I read it May 22nd to May 23rd as a physical book, and I gave it 4.5 stars. Editing Alice here. I don't know how I forgot to mention this, and I guess I do this a lot now that I'm thinking about it, but I changed my review to 5 stars. I guess I might, like, do this more than most people, and I change my review, like, after I finish and I rate it. I change it when I talk to other people about it, and I'm like, wait, I actually love that book enough for it to be a 5-star read, so I guess I change it. I rate it lower, and then I rate it higher, or I rate it higher, and then I rate it lower, but it is a 5-star read for me. I said, I think that I enjoyed this more than any other Emily Henry release yet. At that point, I had only ever read this one, I think. I don't know. I have an Emily Henry ranking video that I love. You should read it, or you should watch it. I love the dual writers element. Margaret's story was really interesting. Also, Alice and Hayden had great communication. I loved how open they were with each other, even from the start. I highly recommend to any romance lover. Obviously, I read it as a physical book, but I want to get into Alice and Hayden's relationship a little more. I hate a miscommunication book. One book where everyone's like, I love this book, is Beach Read by Emily Henry. I feel like Emily Henry books are so different. Like, I love Emily Henry as an author, but people rate them so differently. But I did not like Beach Read because I felt like the miscommunication trope in this book was horrible. And I don't like miscommunication tropes at all. I really don't. But I felt that Great Big Beautiful Life had great communication, and I just loved that so much. And not to compare 2 books or 2 people, I guess it's 4 people, but whatever. I really love when a book can do something without having a 3rd act breakup or miscommunication trope. Another great example of this is Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I love that they never have a 3rd act breakup or miscommunication trope, and they're going through so much otherwise that I don't think they could deal with having anything else, and so I love that so much. These books are so similar to me. I don't know why. These are just 2 great books, and I had them next to each other on my shelf for a while. I mean, right now I have these 2 next to each other on my shelf. Emily Henry and Abby Jimenez give me the same vibe, you know what I mean? But next book, honestly, might be my favorite book of 2025. I don't know. There were so many good books of 2025. I read so much in 2025. I've read like 85 books this year, which I love. But 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is my favorite book for June. I actually read it on an airplane, which is so fun. I love reading books on airplanes because I feel like I don't really like watch movies or watch shows on airplanes. I used to, but I don't anymore. Oh, also super fun thing about this copy. It's brand new. I literally bought it 2 hours ago. Also, I want to say so much thank you to those Barnes & Noble workers. They were so amazingly amazing. I cannot thank these people enough. There were like 4 of them helping me find this book because I went to the Taylor Jenkins read section knowing I wanted to buy this. You know, I wanted to buy it because I am currently reading Atmosphere and it's going badly. Not that I don't like the book. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just having a hard time throwing it in. I need to get on an airplane right now so I can go read that book. I'm just joking. But I read this book on an airplane, but I didn't have it. I didn't buy it. But it was a 5-star read for me for so long, and I've actually read it twice, and so I was like, I need it. I need it. I need it. So today I bought it. Literally today. I'm not even joking. I got back from our little outing. We went hiking and then we went to Kava because there's a new Kava in my city. There hasn't been a Kava for so long. And then we went to Barnes & Noble. I picked out my book and then I ran home. Well, we drove. We drove home, and as soon as the first thing I did was come upstairs and make this video. I'm not even joking. But I've been planning this video for so long. So literally all I had to do was set up my camera and that's it. So that was so fun. Anyway, let's talk about it because we're only on June and I'm already 20 minutes into the video. But this is 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It's a romance and a fiction. I read it June 19th to June 21st as an online read, and I gave it 5 stars. I would never go back on that. Like, I love that rating, and I love this book so much. Evelyn Hugo, the woman you are. Oh my god, I think everyone needs to read this book once. Evelyn Hugo changes so much through her life. We see friendship, heartbreak, love, happiness, everything in this book. It was a little slow at the start, but once we got into husband number 2, it really picked up. I don't think it could be slow though, because I was reading on a plane. Like, you literally don't have anything to distract you. I love reading on a plane or in the car. Like, I love it so much. I love it. Someone liked my reel. Which one? My Get Ready With Me from yesterday. Slay. Okay, anyway. What's that? Yeah. July. Okay. This is Realseing 10 by Chloe Walsh. This is the last book in the Binding 13 Boys of Tommen series. Boys of Tommen. I love this series. I love it. So my birthday's in February, and one thing I really want for my birthday is the box set of these books. The issue is, if I buy the box set, it comes with Realseing 10, but my aunt actually bought me Realseing 10. First of all, this book is so heavy, but I love this series so much. This is definitely my favorite series of the year. That's hard though, as I also love the Inheritance Games series. Like, I don't know. We're making another thumbnail. But I do love this series. This or the Inheritance Games series is my favorite series. And I really want the box set, but it's hard because I have this one. So how do I get the other? And I don't want a second copy of this one because that doesn't make sense. So if anyone has any recommendations or anything, I don't know, let me know. But this is Realseing 10 by Chloe Walsh. This is a romance. I read it July 23rd to July 27th as a physical book. And I gave it 4.75 stars. I think I went back into my Fable and changed it to 5. But 4.75 is really the, like, thing of this month. I need to read the next book now. Oh my god, this book had me laughing, smiling, and then the next chapter literally crying. That's how I felt about the whole entire series, and it's so sad that, like, the next one doesn't come out. But I think it's coming out in January or February, and this will be an instant buy. Like, as soon as it comes out, I'm grabbing it. I think it's February, March. It can't be January. But whatever. I love it, y'all. I love it, y'all. Chloe Walsh's Instagram, I do follow her because I love her and I need to know when the next book comes out, but she's not very active on it, and I don't think it's actually Chloe Walsh who's doing the stuff. But anyway, also a lot of people seem to know a lot more about the next books than me, because I have no idea what's happening. Like, I don't know how you guys are getting this, but people on the internet are so good at figuring out what's gonna happen next, which is so cool. Good for you. I have no idea what's happening, but I love this one. I love A Childhood Friends to Lovers. This is obviously way more intense, and I should make a Boys of Time video. If you want to see that, let me know. I kind of want to make it once the next book comes out, and so I like have it fresh in my mind, because I did read this in like July, obviously, and that was the last book in the series, so like June and July. But I love this series. I read a lot of it in Colorado when I was there. I actually started Binding 13 on the same plane that I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn and Hugo on. That's how fast The Seven Husbands of Evelyn and Hugo was for me to read. Well, it was 2 planes, because I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn and Hugo on my first plane ride, and then I finished it on my second plane ride, and then, because I had a layover, and then I started Binding 13 on the second plane ride. And then I read so much of that series while I was in Colorado. Colorado vlog. I think I talk about Binding 13. And then Outer Banks vlog. I'm literally showing all of my videos. Like, literally, just look up my YouTube. And there's I have these, like, description, like, slides on my little slides, that I, like, my notes. And sometimes it's out of control. Anyway, love Binding 13, or love Boys of Time and series. I could talk about them for hours. Again, I should make a Yap Stash video, so let me know if you want to see that. Also, let me know if you want to see that when, I have sort of planned out my next videos for the next couple of months, but, you know, let me know. Okay, slay! We got People We Meet on Vacation. Okay, so by the time this video goes out, I think People We Meet on Vacation's movie will go out. No, it's not out yet. It's not out yet when this video goes out. The movie comes out on January 9th. If you want to go watch it with me, you know, let me know. I am so... You don't understand. I'm so excited for the movie. Okay, you know how much I love Friends to Lovers. I love this book. Again, the Emily Henry... it's already in the description, but I'll put it up here again. Go watch that video. I love it. I've read everything Emily Henry has read. But it's People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Obviously, it's a romance. I read it August 9th to August 10th. It was on my Michigan trip, though I'd never actually filmed a Michigan vlog, so I apologize for that. And I read it as a physical book. I bought this book, and then I was like, I have to read it when I'm in Michigan, because a lot of the books take place in Michigan, though this one does not. I say a lot of them, but I don't think that's actually true. I think this one might. Where do you take place? No, it's like some... Anyway, Emily Henry's settings are good. Though, my favorite place for settings is Carly Fortune. I made a whole setting video. Again, go check out my YouTube channel. Click on my little YouTube. You don't need to click on the description and look at all those videos. Just click on my YouTube channel. Anyway, I gave it 4.75, I only gave it 4.5 stars. Though I think in my Emily Henry video, I talked about how I give it 4.75 stars. Emily Henry has done it again. I have now read every single Emily Henry book, and I have to say, this one was amazing! The longtime friends to lovers trope has me dying every single time. Like, childhood friends to lovers are a long time. Like, it has to be a long time, and you have to be, like, best friends. Like, I don't want some, oh, we're mutual friends. We have some one friend, and we see each other once a year. No. I mean best friends. I mean met the parents. Like, I mean everyone is waiting for you guys to get together. I mean you hang out every day. Like, that's what I want from a friends to lovers trope. Okay, the hair just looks crazy now. Like, I fear this hairstyle is not for me. I fear this hairstyle is not for me. Okay, September. We have One of Us is Lying. I did not read that many books in September. So would I say this is the most wonderful book of all time? No. Nope. No. This One of Us is Lying by Karen M.McManus. I have many thoughts on this. This is a mystery thriller YA romance. It's September 22nd to September 26th, and I read this as a physical book. I think I read it as a library book. I also listened to the audiobook, and I read it on my Kindle. So I read all three of them, but whatever. I mainly read it as a physical book, and I give it 4 stars. I have so many thoughts on this. I think my Fable has it as 3.25. I have so many thoughts on this. I hated this book. I loved it. I hated it. I loved it. I hated it. I loved it. I hated it. I loved it. There was so much going through my mind. This is like The Breakfast Club, and that does make me love it a little bit, but I sort of also did hate it, so, you know. Describing this book is, it's like The Breakfast Club, but with murder. Like if one of them died and one of them killed them. Though, maybe that didn't happen. I mean, again, just go read the book. I can't tell you, though. And it was until the last 100 pages. And then I say I may make a YouTube video that has spoilers. I'm not gonna do that because I don't really care about that book enough to do that. This was not a very good book, but I did read it in September. As the year went on, the books that I read got, like, summer, we had so many amazing books that it was hard to talk about. Like, because I loved Say You'll Remember Me. Like, I loved Say You'll Remember Me. And I loved, like, what's another book I read? I loved Falling Like Leaves. Like, the fact that I didn't put Falling Like Leaves on there is so sad to me. Or, like, one of the ones that I love so much is Just for the Summer by M.McManus. I need to make an M.McManus book. That is going on my list of things to do because I have to make an M.McManus book. Isn't The Night We Met coming out soon? I will put when it's coming out on the screen, but The Night We Met is coming out soon, and once that comes out, I will make an M.McManus deep dive. Okay, that's happening. That's happening. That's happening! October. This book really did bring it back for me. I was worried that I was never going to be able to read a good book again. Fake Skating was a good book. It really was. I did really love it. This is Fake Skating by Lynn. It's a YA romance. I read it October 1st to October 2nd, and I read it as a physical book, and I gave it 1.5 stars. Now, when I tell people about this book, I'm always like, go watch my video. Because you should just go watch my video. But we'll also yap about it because I do want to yap about it. Fake Skating by Lynn. This is Enemies to Lovers. This is cute. This is peak cute video. Like, this is peak cuteness. Like, this is... So it's high school romance. It's hockey romance. It's no spice. It's just like the perfect combination of things. It is Enemies to Lovers, but it's like they've known each other in childhood, which we love. So it's kind of like childhood friends and then enemies and then lovers. Was there a third act breakup? I don't think I can say. But by my side, you may be able to guess. Did I love that? No. But I still love the book. I think I gave it, did I give it 4.75 stars or 4.5? And I give it 4.75 though. In spirit, it's 4.75. I love this book. If you have not already read this book, go read it right now. Also, my book is signed by the author, which we love. Oh, there's a bookmark in here. Oh, it's from the place I got it. Get it? Okay. I love keeping bookmarks in my books so that, like, anytime I lend it to someone, oh, they open their book, they're like, I don't have a bookmark. Oh, wait. I do! Sorry. November. We read a memoir! One of my things I want to do in 2026, obviously it's 2026 when you're seeing this. Happy 2026! is read more memoirs. I love memoirs and I really don't give them enough credit. I have a whole memoir shelf and I should just read so many that I fill up the shelf. That's what I'm going to try and do, is read enough memoirs that I fill up my memoir shelf. Slay at it. It kills me every day when I see someone and they say, I don't like this book, because I love this book. I gave it 4.5 stars, and that's not enough. I need to give it 4.75. I need to go back. The Harder I Fight, the More I Love You. It's Neko case. It's a memoir. November 15th to November 23rd, I listened to it. This was a very difficult book to read. Okay, first off, I loved it. Okay, I think the reason I gave it 4.5 and not 4.75 is because of the length of time that it took me to read that, which I do understand and I do, like, relate to. I understand it took me a very long time, but this is also a very difficult book to read, and I want you to understand, look at the trigger warnings, look at everything, because this is a difficult book to read and some of the things can get really harsh and a lot. And this also put me in a reading slump. So thank you, Neko case. Love you, girl, you pop. I have not listened to a lot of Neko Case's music, but this 100% made me want to listen to everything. The end was so happy, I won't say anything. And how she talks about horses during the entire book was so fun to me. I'm a horse girl at heart. I have not spent that much time with horses, but I love them. Every time I do, it's like so fun. I don't know how to say it. Like, I just love horses. I love them. I just do. But this book was definitely had its hard parts. Girly Pop had a hard life. Like, I don't understand how to say it. She did. I would 100%, 110%, I actually said, check the content warnings before reading. It can get very intense. But what's worse is this girl literally had to live through that. It's very intense, but I cannot imagine living through all that. Overall, I really liked the books, but there were times where I just had to stop reading because it was too much. Like, I could not read this at night. Like, I literally could not. I would have to, like, stop after, like, 9 p.m. because I was like, I will not be able to sleep if I read this book at night. And I spend most of the time when I'm reading at nighttime, and so that was very hard for me. And so that maybe is why it took so long. But I've been wanting to read this book for so long, like, you don't understand. I talked about it in my November Bookish vlog. Okay, December. I have no notes at all for December because I was like, wait, I have to make this video, like, now, because I'm about to leave my bookshelf. And so when I'm editing this video, I won't be at my bookshelf. And so I was like, wait, I have to. Okay, so we're just gonna go freehand. I haven't even written a review for it. I think I actually did, though. If you don't have Fable, what are you doing with your life? I mean, obviously, you'll see in the outro as much as I talk about Fable, but get it. Okay. The book I'm talking about here is Holiday Romance by Catherine Walsh. I gave it 4.5 stars, and I love this book so much. The theme song for this book should be Ruin the Friendship by Taylor Swift. Love that book. Love that song so much. And this is my favorite trope. Like, Girly Pop got my favorite trope in here. And it's holiday. It's just Christmas. So, once again, I read the second book first. But something that's less common, I went back and I read the first book. This is the first book in the series. So I read Snowden and then I read Holiday Romance, but if you're gonna read the series correctly, Holiday Romance, then Snowden. So I recommend them both. I liked Snowden, but I like this one more. I said that. It was deep in the way that I didn't expect, but amazing at the same time. It was both the mix of deepness, is that a word? And happiness, which I loved. It was cozy and happy and just made me smile by the end. I loved it. But again, like I said before, there was so much deepness and like stuff I can't really talk about, but I kind of can. It's not a spoiler. I don't think it's a spoiler. The dude is going through soberness, but in a way that isn't really like crazy, you know? Not like The Harder I Fight, the More I Love You. And not like Boys of Common. But this dude, I guess he's a man, he isn't exactly like And honestly, Tom Holland talks about this well too. And I would put a video in, but YouTube's just gonna hate it and take it out. But Tom Holland talks about this too, which is that, like, he did Dry January and it was really hard for him. And he was like, wait, check-in time. Why was this so hard for me? Like, hold on a second. That was hard for me. But I think that this is kind of what that dude was doing. Like, he just didn't have a time without it. And I think that that was really interesting and very deep and very cool to me, that he, like, really put in that effort and actually tried something that probably was hard for him. I hope you enjoyed spending 45 minutes with me. If you did, how about a like? Please like this video and subscribe for more. I love every single subscriber, and I mean, I've talked about this so many times that the people who do watch my videos probably are annoyed by it, but you already know it's gonna be me and my mother yapping. I mean, if you follow me, you don't have to watch the outro. Like, I really don't care that much. If you watch everything to the outro, I appreciate you so much. I understand that not everyone does. But me and my mother will be yapping. If you subscribe and we get to 400 subscribers, me and my mom will be yapping about books and TV show relationships. Mother-daughter relationships in books and TV shows. And it's gonna be so fun. You know, we're talking The Summer I Turned Pretty, Gilmore Girls, so many others. If you have any book recommendations, let me know. Let's gap. Maybe we'll talk about The Harder I Fight, The More I Love You. That could be interesting and hard and a lot. But I do want to do ones that she has seen too and she's read too, and I don't think she's done that. But maybe we'll do I'm Glad My Mom Died. If you love seeing all of my bookish stuff and my book stuff, comment what you want to see. Obviously, I have told you many times in this video to comment if you want to see something, but if you follow my Instagram, you get to literally see what I do first. So maybe by the time the book comes out at the same time that the M.McManus book comes out, and I'm like, which one should I read first? Guess what? You get to pick the poll and click it. Or maybe, I don't know, you are like, ooh, I want Alice to, you know, make my M.McManus book yap first, then you should all go into my Instagram and see, oh, I put a poll out. Do you want to see this or this first? Or, I don't know, maybe your YouTube notifications aren't working one day, or you'll get lost track, and then you follow my Instagram, and then, oh, you see that I posted my story, go watch my video, and then you're like, and then just like, yeah, my video. That's literally what I'm about to do after I film this video, is go, post a story about, a video that's going out today, because today is Saturday. It's going on 4. But I need to make my story for 4. Fable. I obviously talked about Fable before, and obviously, you see my reviews first. I posted that review literally, what's it called? Days and days and days ago. But I still haven't put in my slideshow, and I need to do that before next week, which I will. I promise. I promise you I will. But yes, I need to do that. But you get to see that first. You get to see that before next week. You'll get to see this today, and that's a week. Today is a week from when this gets posted. So it's 2 weeks before you see it in my YouTube. So follow my Fable. Also, then I get to stalk your Fable and see what you're reading, which I love to do. I so love to do. So definitely follow my Fable. And that's it. Now I'm gonna go do more bookish stuff. Probably listen to my audiobook and knit. Talk about my knitting video, which goes out January 31st. Stay tuned for it. That's it. Slay at life. Have a great rest of your day. I hope you're having a great day. Okay, bye everyone.